Welcome to In It to Win It. This is Steve Barton, and thank you for tuning in. Today we have Teo Dешев of Mundoro Capital. Mundoro is a prospect generator in Eastern Europe and Arizona. If you're looking for a company that is leveraged to copper, this is it. Teo, thank you for your time, and thank you for your work and efforts on behalf of shareholders like myself and the viewers of this channel.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yes. Pleasure's all on this side of the table. Go ahead and start by telling us your story, your background, and how you got started with Mundoro Capital.
Well, first, Mundoro has been a public stock for many, many years, and actually I used to be in investment banking, and I was one of the bankers for Mundoro Capital. So that's kind of how I got to know the company. And the prior CEO of the company was also actually an equity research analyst I had worked with years ago. And so when he was really kind of trying to grow Mundoro, he asked me to join and help actually the company list in Asia, because at the time we had an asset in China. Since then, obviously, we've sold that asset, and I became the CEO, and we have transitioned the company into Eastern Europe and into, as you mentioned, Arizona and United States. So really, kind of the way that I joined was kind of helping them list in Asia, but at the same time, just really kind of stepping back and thinking about strategically long-term how to kind of build out the next growth chapter for Mundoro, and that's why we chose Eastern Europe.
Okay. Hey, are you? What's your cultural background? Are you tied to Serbia and?
I'm actually from Bulgaria, from Eastern Europe, but I've been in Canada since being a small child, so very much I think more a Canadian.
Okay. And do you speak what language? Serbian, I guess, is it?
Well, they speak Bulgarian in Bulgaria, and I can speak the dialect because I was born there. Yes.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Yeah. That explains a lot. Okay. All right. Prospect generator. I'll read Rick's definition, and then maybe you can put it into us mere mortals in English. A prospect generator is an exploration company that uses the management's technical expertise and commercial acumen to generate investment ideas and an investment thesis, stake the physical terrain, and then bring in other partners to share the financial risk in return for a carried interest in the property and/or royalty.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, maybe you can expand on that and put it in a couple of paragraphs.
So what we do, and that's kind of a really nice way to summarize it. So we look for regions in the world, and really we're focused primarily on the western portion of the Tethyan Belt, which is in Eastern Europe, and then the Laramide Belt in Arizona. And we look within those two regions, those two belts, as to where there's an opportunity to find more copper porphyry discoveries. And based on our expertise in working in that region, understanding the geology, recognizing what the deposit characteristics are, we will pick plots of land. In Eastern Europe, we apply for them. In the United States, we stake them. So we build those land packages. And then from there, what we actually do is an initial phase of screening. So we do some of our own work in order to demonstrate that there are targets. And then we'll bring in the partners. So the partners, when they come into our assets, already have screened properties with targets on them. That is quite attractive, I think, for a lot of partners who really want to hit the ground running when they pick up a project. But also, what's unique about us is that we actually operate those projects. So what you kind of heard in that definition that Rick said, the prospect generator will bring in third parties in order to invest in those projects. But very rarely does the prospect generator actually operate. What we have found is that it's very advantageous both to our partner and to us to continue that operatorship until a partner actually earns in 100%. And so we do operate, we collect fees for operating, so that's a little bit unique in our business model, but fundamentally that royalty at the back end, as you identified in that definition, is really critical in terms of generating a lot of value. But on top of that, you don't want to wait for that commercial production royalty, because that could be 10, 15, 20 years out.
Yeah, it could be decades.
Exactly. So what does a generator do in between? And that's where we've developed a slightly different system from what had historically been done. And we actually start collecting payments right from time zero. So we have property payments, we have operatorship payments, and on top of that, we've built in milestone payments as the programs succeed throughout the life cycle of exploration.
Huh, interesting. Okay, so right now you have a partner that's essentially paying you to drill out this property for you, right?
We collect operator fees and we run those programs.
Okay.
So we are the ones who are, hiring all the contractors. We have all the staff. We're the ones doing all the sampling, the geological interpretations. We obviously hire the drilling companies, monitor that drilling, report on that. So really, we are the operator for our partners on these programs. And again, it's really important, especially in jurisdictions like Eastern Europe, where there isn't really a lot of knowledge about how to operate there. A group like us, not only do we bring to the table the project and the targets, but we also bring them to our partners that operatorship experience in the region.
Okay, and who's your partner right now?
So right now in Serbia, our partner is BHP. So there's 3 programs that they're earning into with us, and then in Bulgaria, and just as you move southeast along the belt and you cross the border into Bulgaria, so it's the same geological belt, there we have a joint venture with JOGMEC, where again we're the operator, and JOGMEC is a division of the Japanese government that invests in base metals.
Okay, okay.